Alright, so this is going to be a quick 5-minute video of why Telnet is bad. So over here I have GNS3 pulled up. If you ever use GNS3, it's like hack tracer on crack pretty much. You put virtual machines in it, you put actual real routers in it. So I have a Cisco router on here. We're going to go ahead and do a custom console into it. And this is not a CCNA course or anything like that. So we're going to kind of, actually I think I already have one up. It's actually fixed, so that's bigger. Yep, there we go. It's not like a CCNA course or anything like that, but we are going to program Telnet into this guy, and then we're going to show why is Telnet actually bad. So all the schools you go to, things like that, they always just say, you know, that Telnet's bad because it's in plain text. Well, what does that mean, right? Like, how do you see that? How do you view the information? How can you actually get that information and do something bad with it? All right, Telnet is not necessarily bad. I wouldn't use it, but it's not necessarily bad. More or less, if you're using it and it's open toward the internet, now you have a problem. Okay, that's what the Marriott had. Okay, they had a remote desktop and Telnet point toward the internet, which that's why they were hacked for years and never realized it. Okay, but we're gonna go through. We're gonna make a little thing here. So let's go ahead and see what router 1, which port I'm on. I think it's F00. It is. Yep, F00. All right. Like I said, this is not a CCNA classic right here. If you want me to do CCNA videos, I'll be more than happy to do them. We can show EIGRP, we can show all that stuff, but we're not doing that today. We're just going to do a quick Telnet. All right, so we do a COMT. All right, line VTY 0 to 15. Transport input Telnet. Transport output Telnet. All right, we'll do a password of password. All right, we'll do something like that. Okay, we'll exit out of here. We'll make a user. So we'll say username, admin, privilege 15, password is password. Alright, there we go. So we should have Telnet now on this guy. He should be up and running. Okay, we can verify that by going into Windows, our Windows machine here, which I already have a Windows 10 machine up and running. I can go to putty on here and try to putty into that guy using Telnet. And let's go ahead and try it. Actually, I have no idea what the IP address is, so I didn't make an IP address yet, and I haven't done, actually we should not be done yet, because I still have to make DHCP and everything else. So I was F00 right, that was my interface. So let's go ahead and go back to, actually this one right here, my big one. And we'll do interface F00. Now we'll make an IP address of 10.10.10.1, 255.255.0. Alright, no shut. And then we'll go into IP DHCP pool LAN. Network will be 10.10.10.0 with a 255.255.0. We'll say default router is going to be 10.10.10.1, right? And our DNS server is going to be 8888.8844. There we go. Okay, so now we have a primary, secondary DNS server. We got a default router. We have a network. So we start sending that information across. This guy's just a regular switch. He's not like a Cisco switch or anything like that. So we don't have to do like access ports or anything like that. So now we should be able to go into our Windows machine, and he should be pulling an IP address. Should. We'll go ahead and we'll see. All right, what interface he's even running on. So he is on interface 1, and we should actually, that guy is connected. Okay. So let's go ahead and go into our command prompt, ipconfig, and he is 10.10.10.2. Let's see if we can ping 10.10.10.1. And we can. Cool. All right. So we know that's up and running. Let's go ahead and putty into him just to make sure that everything's working properly. Putty to 10.10.10.1, and we're using Telnet, so it's going to be on port 23, right? So, or you can just do connection type Telnet. There we go. We'll open that up. Password was password. Enable. And we have no enable password set, so I'm going to have to go do that. Let's do that like real quick. Exit and enable password is going to be password. Alright. Enable password. Big T. And we're good. Okay, so we can tell that in this guy now, right? Now let's go ahead and see why is this bad. So let's start up Wireshark. Okay, we'll start up a Wireshark packet capture on this guy. So we'll start a capture. Actually, we'll start right down here. Boom. Start capture up. Remind me later, whatever, okay? So we got our Wireshark packet capture up and running, and we'll go ahead and we'll Telnet back into him again. Let's go to proxy, or excuse me, putty. Alright, we'll go to Telnet 10.10.10.1, open, and we see all these Telnets pop up over here. We'll type in password, enable password, and we're now in, right? Cool. So we can now do whatever we want here, Conf-T, we do whatever we want. Let's go ahead and go back here and only display Telnet, and we can start to look through and see the information that started coming through. Alright, so, very beginning of it, and we're just going to work our way down these packets here. And there we go. Okay, so somebody went to log into it, right? And this is all in plain text, correct? So there's password. Let's see if we can find what the password actually is here. Keep going. Alright, there's a PASSW0RD. Okay, so there's password, right? He hit enter. Now we're in router 1. He typed in EN. Okay, now you might be wondering why is it doing it like that. Remember, you got the three-way handshake, okay? Make sure everything's coming through, TCP. Alright, he hit enter. And we get another password for enable. PASSW0RD. W-O-R-D. Excuse me, W-O-R-D. So there we go. I'm getting lagged though. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I've been out a lot lately. I'm just in Okinawa now. So I've been out at like really random times, like for America time wise. So as you can see, we can see everything in plain text. That's what people mean by when they say that Telnet gets passed through in plain text. I've asked instructors, well, how do I see it? And they usually just stare at me like I'm insane. Yeah, you see it with Wireshark, with a protocol analyzer. You can see all this information as it gets passed through. So we press enable. All right, there's router 1, so now we know that he's in it. All right, there's conf-t, and we can just keep going just like that. All right, so we know that he did config t, but we can see every single thing that he's putting in to that router. So that's what Telnet does. Now, going through SSH, we're going to see something much different. Let's go ahead and do a line VTY 0 to 15. We'll do transport input SSH, transport output SSH. Okay. Any username in here? No. All right. Actually, I already have a username admin, everything like that. I already had that guy set up on here. So now from here, let's go ahead and do a host name. It's going to say we'll just call it router 1, but we do need to make a host name for SSH, crypto key generate, RSA. Oh, domain name. So IP domain name, we'll say is R1, doesn't matter. Crypto key generate RSA. We'll just do 1024. All right. So now it's going to generate 1024. Okay, and there we go. We can also do local login, so we can go back to line VTY 0 to 15, login local, because we already have our username and password in there, so we're good with that. And we'll go ahead and get back. Okay. So now let's go ahead. We still have that Wireshark capture up, right? So let's go ahead and now get rid of this Telnet here. Boom. Okay. Now we should have just seen that we could do that. We saw that stuff too, which is bad. But let's see what happens when we do SSH now. When we SSH in this guy. Go ahead and get back over here. Okay. And we'll look up putty again. Yeah, I've lowered the bitrate a lot, but I'll try that again. Dwight, thanks for the heads up. So we'll do this again, right? 10, 10, 10, 1. All right. Yes. Yes. Log in as admin. Password is password. And there we go. Okay, so we're logged in now using SSH. So let's go ahead and check out SSH. And we'll see what we got with this. Okay, so SSH protocol here. Alright, and what we should see is we should start to see stuff coming through that is encrypted. Alright. So we do have encrypted packets here. We can't actually see what's being sent across. Okay, because everything is encrypted. So this might be like where I typed in the username, the password, all that stuff. We don't know, but it's all encrypted with a 1024 RSA bit encryption. So that is the difference between Telnet and SSH. And that should clarify some things for you guys. All right, what that actually means when they say it's sent in clear text versus it's sent in ciphertext. This is obviously encrypted. All right, and yep, that should clear up a lot of information on why Telnet is bad and what SSH actually does. All right, with Wireshark, things like that, with the protocol analyzer. So I hope that helped out. I hope it gave you guys some information on that. Like I said, this video is only going to be a few minutes long here, so that's about it. All right. If you got any questions, leave them down in the comments. And yeah, have a good one.